I hate to hear the phrase, women are their own enemies. But sometimes, just sometimes. Hello and welcome to REFLO'S TV. Thank you so much for joining us here once again for another educative content here on our platform. Do not forget that this is being brought to you by REFLO'S Sanitary Pads. Your well-being is our #1 priority because you deserve the best. We have the best quality products on the market. Go out there and purchase one for yourself. Ladies, guys, purchase some for your mothers, for your sisters, for your friends. We have the best to keep women in that time of the month. So today we're looking at jealousy among women. Jealousy among women. And you know that jealousy is an emotion that is negative because its outcomes are usually destructive when you become so bitter about something or against someone, when you develop so much hostility against people, you build so much resentment against people. It comes back to hurt you. In fact, the people that you are being jealous against don't even know what you feel. So it's actually destructive. The things that can come out of it is destructive. And looking at this among women, we want to know why and how this plays out, within women or among women. Women are creatures or beings who are largely very emotional. We attach so much emotions to things, to people, to our relationships, to a lot of things around us. And so when we become jealous, you can imagine the extent to which we can go. Now, jealousy mostly comes from a place of inadequacy. When you feel that you lack something that you really want, but you see that in the other person. You wish you had that which the other person wields or had, and you don't have it. And then you start building hatred and resentment against that person. Women are very aesthetic beings, and you agree with me. And so mostly, when women develop jealousy against their fellow women, mostly it's about aesthetics. It's about things that have got to do with beauty, nature, and all of that. It is why today it's become a common trend. You go on social media and you see women throwing it at one another because the woman they are seeing is looking a certain way or is adorned in a certain way that she wished she genuinely had, but she does not have it. And so what does she do? She deploys this mechanism of hating on you, writing all sorts of things against you, insulting you without basis. You're looking a way that she wished she wanted to. That is why people go to certain extent of even changing how they look. People go to do crazy things like bleaching, bringing them dire consequences in the future. This comes from a place of inadequacy when you feel you're not worthy enough. You don't have what it takes to. Or there is something you're seeing out there that you crazily wish you had, but you didn't have. This is one of the places or the reasons that fuel women's jealousy against one another. Beyond the physical, beyond the beauty, the aesthetics, and all of that, there are other things that women or some women look at in other women that they also wish they had but do not have, and because of that they become very, very, very jealous against them. Back in the day, I had a friend. We were so close. I was a bit older than the person. I always looked out for her. I wanted her well-being. We're discussing, our future and all of that. The relationship got tainted, and you know why? I never knew that beyond the friendship that we had, she had gone behind me, tarnishing my image. And it's not funny. She did it consistently, continuously, and she said a lot of things to a lot of people. And I was pained when I began to hear, because you would hear it from this person, the next moment you are hearing it from this person. And for the fact that these things that my so-called friend was saying, they weren't true. When I sat down to wrap my head around the whole thing, I just concluded on one thing. Not knowing that all along, whatever we had, she felt inadequate. She thought that I had traits that made me more appealing to other people. There was never a day that I tried to belittle my friend, because she failed to see what was in her. There was never a day I rubbed anything in her face. I tried to look down on her. I was never condescending. None of that. But I concluded that this person felt inadequate because she thought those traits were things that made me more appealing to other people than her. And so that was why she went about destroying me, tarnishing my image. You see, the most painful thing about this is that there are people who jump onto anything they hear, not getting to know the truth behind it. And sometimes, even the people they have told or they have shared information with that you do not know, they can go tarnishing your image. This is why I tell you, jealousy can be destructive. Jealousy can cause people to murder. Oh, you have heard stories where people have poisoned their friends. People have done things against their friends. They have murdered them. They have done very destructive things to them just because of jealousy. Today, I want you to understand that jealousy is truly destructive, because it can be spiritually damaging, as I've just cited, cases of murder, poison, and all of that. It can be emotionally damaging, as you are being jealous against your friend. Inwardly, you're killing your own self-worth. You're belittling yourself. And emotionally, it is taking a toll on you gradually, and it will take you to a place that you can never imagine. Socially, if you are jealous against me and you go about tarnishing my image, you go about doing all sorts of things against me, tomorrow you may not be able to restore that relationship you have with me. So socially, you are also destroying what you have. All of these things do not help society. All of these things do not help women. Women preach, let's be united. Let's be there for one another. Let's do this. Let's do that. How can we do this with jealousy? How can we do this with so much hatred around ourselves and amongst ourselves? What do I advise? I always tell you, my dear lady, to be content in yourself. It does not mean that you don't want to be better. It does not mean that you don't admire what you see out there. Being content in yourself means that, yes, indeed, there is something I'm looking out there in somebody, but still I can appreciate what it is I have. You feel enough in your skin, and there will not be any need for jealousy. It's natural that sometimes you meet certain people and you having that feeling, wishing that you have, being jealous. But why not let it challenge you to be better? And it is why I tell you that instead of hating on people, instead of building resentment, please appreciate what is in the other person. Acknowledge what your sister has. Acknowledge what that friend has. Instead of you to go on social media and write, rubbish against people you don't know, or things that you cannot imagine. Begin to acknowledge what it is they have. If you do not acknowledge what other people have, if you do not appreciate what other people have, you can never become like them, because truth is that when you acknowledge what people have, when you appreciate what they have, you can work at becoming a better version of yourself. Sometimes, even through the appreciation and the acknowledgement, you can even build healthy relationships with these people who can help you develop yourself. But truth is, if you do not, you can never be who they are or what they are. So acknowledge and appreciate other people. Believe in yourself so that you can become a better version of yourself. If each of us is doing this, we can have a community of wonderful women who build each other rather than tearing others down. Now, what do you think about all that I have said? What do you think about jealousy amongst women? Do you not think that if we put all of these aside and begin to love one another, appreciate one another, we can be better. I want to see all of these in our comment section. Like this video, subscribe if you have not, call on your friends to come and join the train. This is where you get everything that you want as a youngster, as a woman, for your self-development and nothing. But also remember that this has been brought to you by REFLO'S Sanitary Pad, the best sanitary product out there for ladies. Look no further. The number is 055 111 1169, 055 111 1169 for bulk purchases and other orders. Do contact us or locate our office at Medina Social Welfare and we will attend to you. Do not forget that there is dignity in doing it right, and I want you to join us same time next week on this very platform for another exciting content. Signing out. Whatever point you think you are speaking out something called truth, does the person to whom you are speaking wield that legality to hold that information